What up? What up? Oh, for a second there, I wasn't sure if the mic was on.
You're
What
in
up,
it.
fellas? Guess
Long
who's
time,
back?
Oh, no.
long time no
Yes,
see.
sir.
What up,
Oh
man?
yeah, yeah. I had to take a little bit of a break for obvious reasons. You
You got
already
dirt on
know
your hat, man. You need to wash that off.
what? What?
Oh, it's on your chest too.
Haters.
Oh man, you rolling around in mud before you got on the stream?
Hey.
Listen.
Don't disrespect the champs.
He said,
What are they, are Dave? Champs
Son, the NBA champions of the world, son.
of the world.
That's what they are.
That's right. That's right.
Let's
So, in
go.
case you guys didn't realize, this entire episode, well, most of it, is going to be about the champs.
Yeah, it is. In one way, shape, or form.
2026 NBA champion. Hey,
Dang.
I got to
God,
say,
I
I don't
gotta
know how
go.
many of you guys would agree.
I'll see y'all later.
This might be biased a little bit. This might be biased a little bit. But wasn't that the most exciting NBA finals you have ever heard?
No.
Yeah, it was.
That was the most exciting NBA finals to watch. Exciting NBA finals to just, I mean, my goodness. A lot of people tuned in too. It was down to the last minute, heartbreaks and jubilation, depending on what side you were rooting for, right,
Bro, did
Josh?
you say a lot of people tuned in?
no heartbreaks.
33 million people watched that game, man.
That's got to be a record, right?
It was. It was. Now, I said Knicks in 6 because I was trying to hit some bars, you know what I mean? But 5, man. We'll get into it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I said. I just said we were going to win.
Z, what did you say?
I said Spurs in 6. And honestly, it should have been a Spurs in 4, but they don't
I
know how
think I
to
knew
keep a
what this
lead.
guy was saying.
They don't know how to keep a lead. Spurs should have swept that series. Very disappointed.
They
Second
didn't.
half.
They didn't know how to stop Jalen.
No, no,
Is
no,
the
no, no,
real not
no,
keep a
because
lead. They couldn't
they
stop
had
Jalen.
Jalen stopped. Every single game it was the same script. Spurs jump out to a big lead and get walked down. And at some point, there was a clear absence of veteran leadership on that team.
They
It
could not
was
stop
just
the
it was
MVP.
just veteran leadership on the court. Uh, I don't think they lose that series if Pop is on the sideline. Um, there's just
Nah, they couldn't stop
a lot
MVP.
of God. Oh God, this is gonna be
You had to know.
excruciating.
Listen, you had to know it was coming, man. You had to.
Bro.
And
But there's
listen,
hope. There's hope.
I'm a,
Maybe if
I'm a little.
Wembanyama grows another 4 or 5 inches, maybe he'll get it next year. But
Wembanyama needs to put like 25 pounds on and stop trying to shoot threes from half court.
yeah,
He needs to be a big. I mean, the man has the potential to be the most unstoppable force in the league, and he's just they need a true point guard. De'Aaron Fox. I hope they made him walk home from wherever they were, because that dude, he was like the sixth man for the Knicks. Um, I hope he got a ring and a playoff check from New York,
That's the
because
one
he
time I
did.
screamed the strip. Just shut up and dribble. That's the one time I screamed it. Just shut up and
He
dribble.
That dude, I don't know what he was doing. He was an undercover agent, like he had
Trying to
money
be a
on the
tough
Knicks or
guy, man.
something.
was that the changing point of the series? You think?
I mean, Spurs win that game. Is it's interesting. If the Spurs win that
Mm.
game, it's interesting. When they lost that game, I kind of lost hope. Honestly, I didn't see the Knicks losing after that.
What's crazy to me, man, is the Knicks took 3 games on the Spurs home court. I never would have dreamed that would have happened, bro. That wouldn't have happened on a Popovich coach team. I'm really surprised by that. That's just bananas to me.
Yo,
But
when the Spurs took that first game at MSG, I was like, all right, let's go. And then, like I said, if they win Game 4 at MSG and come back to San Antonio tied 2-2, I think we're looking at a more interesting series. It might have gone 7. I don't know, but it wouldn't have surprised me if Spurs and 6 would have came to fruition. But losing that game the way they did, and then the infighting that you hear with Harper trying to figure out how come he's not on the court more, and it's just
Yeah,
I don't know.
but bro,
See,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie though. Just real quick on that topic, Harper was balling that last game.
Absolutely, it's
yeah,
just
almost every game.
some things you can't say in front of a camera.
Yeah, and I get that. And
I agreed with him 100%.
that's
He should have
just
been on
his,
the court a
yeah,
lot more.
that's his
You
rookie
just can't say it
mentality
on camera.
speaking. Yeah,
You see, the thing I disagree with is that I don't think it would have made a difference with Pop. I don't think the coach did a bad job. I just think the reason the Knicks were able to win 3 on the Spurs home court is because every court is the Knicks court. We traveled well. We took over Philadelphia. Took over Philadelphia. We just Philly was our home court. Then we went and we took over Cleveland. That was our new home court. Then we went, and if you notice that last game, notice the first game of the series. The first game of the series, San Antonio passed out little colorful T-shirts. Yay, we're going to be in colorful T-shirts, guys. We're going to support our team. And then after all that little fiasco with the little song, the sing song on the starting lineup, Game 5 came along. There
Yep.
was no little fun T-shirts. Why? Because they knew there was too many Knick fans there that it wouldn't have made it. You weren't going to see a sea of pink and a sea of blue and a sea of whatever other color they have out there, right? Is because we took it over, and so that was Knicks home court, San Antonio, our official home away from home, sir.
Chris, I know you're
That's the
you're you're fully enjoying your team finally not being trash for a change.
It's
You're
been a
not
long
gonna tell
time.
you're not gonna tell me that Greg Popovich being swapped with Mitch Johnson wouldn't have made a difference. The Spurs don't give up 4 or 5 big leads like that. If Greg Popovich, even the game they won, they almost gave it away. That doesn't happen with Pop. I promise you.
But he did a great job in the conference finals. The defending champs
Okay, and that was
went
that.
down with the coaching job Mitch Johnson
Okay,
did. You got to give the man some credit. He got
number
there
one,
somehow.
number one. I know injuries aren't an excuse. OKC wasn't at full strength. We'll see what happens next year. Number two, and so I talked to one of my coworkers about this. The emotion that they let out after they beat OKC, it was almost like that was their championship. It's like y'all sit here jumping and crying and cheering on the court. You got another round, pimp. It's almost like they figured they was gonna just walk through the Knicks or something. Like they were so happy to beat OKC that it's almost like they that was their championship.
But I think that was the talk headed into the finals, was it not? It was there like no matter who comes out of the East, it don't matter. This is a battle between the Spurs and the Thunder, right? Everybody was saying whoever comes out of the West is going to trounce whoever comes out of the East, and that's why every single round people were doubting the Knicks. We beat the Hawks, and they were there like, yeah, but that's because they had the Hawks. They're not really a good team. All right, well, how's the Sixers? Oh, the Sixers are going to stomp you. You got nothing to deal with Joel Embiid. You got nothing to deal with Maxey. How you going to slow them down? It's just game over. Well, we swept them. Yeah, but they were a low seed, so like y'all didn't really do nothing. All right, well then who's next? You gonna send Detroit after us? Nah, they couldn't even beat Cleveland. Cleveland got you though, because they got James Harden, they got Donovan Mitchell. Y'all don't got a 1-2 punch like that. Y'all ain't got nothing to see them dudes. Okay, what's it gonna be? Cavs in 5, Cavs in 6. All right, well we swept them too, and then we gentlemen sweeped the San Antonio Spurs. You know what a gentleman sweep is. I don't know why you looking like that, Josh.
Well,
A
I know what
gentleman
a
sweep
gentleman
is
sweep
when we
is.
let
I
you
don't
get
know.
one game.
I know what a gentleman sweep is. I've never heard of a gentleman sweeped. Like, come on, PZ, get it right. We gonna go at these
Let him
dudes, man. We
let him
That's the
gotta
have
New
it,
get
man.
York
over it.
accent, baby. We
Grammar's
New
got
York.
lost out the window, man. All decorum, all grammar, all proper English. This is straight hood, straight boroughs,
And
straight
true Nick fan cat.
gutter,
True
straight
Knicks fans. We from the gutter, baby. Let's go.
yeah. One and done.
All right.
One and done. Next
Congratulations,
topic.
Easy. Congratulations.
Get it. Let's fire up the first question we got. Knicks just had the perfect team. They made the buckets when it counted. I was cheering for the Spurs too, man. Cheering for the Spurs. Come on now.
Yeah,
But
who wanted the Knicks
but
to
man, the whole Knicks kept fighting. That's right.
basketball is more fun when Stephen A. Smith is miserable. Now we gotta listen
Stephen
to
A.
him be
Smith.
happy for a year because his Knicks finally won, and that's not fun.
Yeah, what, bro?
And you get ready to see regular season seat tickets go up another $40.
People will pay it, bro. They don't care.
They're gonna pay
Can
it.
I do what you asked me to do at the beginning of the podcast, Dave?
Go
Tell
ahead,
a
bro.
little bit about, like, bro.
Do your
This
thing.
was literally a once in a lifetime moment for me as a Knicks fan, and for so many Knicks fans out there. And I was saying in text that I would officially apologize to Josh on air. I'm gonna do that now before I jump into it, because for the longest on this podcast, I kept saying Philadelphia fans are the worst. And yeah, I gotta apologize. We did we did not represent ourselves very well. There were some very undignified moments in the course of
Some,
this playoff run. You
some.
right, bro. There, you right. I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers. So you have officially dropped to number two worst
Nah, they
fan
like 1A.
franchise.
It's like one
Yeah,
A,
you're
bro.
probably like one A,
Y'all one
one
A and
A.
one B.
This is
Philly's
the
still
only
trash.
time Easy and Zeke are gonna gang up on me. This is the
I'm
only
not
time
Yeah,
ganging up. I'm
we
just saying I don't
gang up.
want him to let y'all completely off the hook.
This is about
Okay,
yeah. We can't let
Wimby,
you completely off the hook, bro.
Wimby got hit in the head with an egg, but they threw snowballs at Santa Claus. So
man, Santa's
you
not
know,
real.
Yeah, but we did burn
He
buses to
just
be
said it.
fair,
No,
and we jumped a dude at Five Guys to be fair, and yeah, we basically
y'all see
ripped the
that dude in that
jerseys.
Rodman jersey though? Did
And
you
No.
see the
the
one
Rob,
Spurs fan in the Rodman jersey?
oh
no.
man,
They was trying to jump him, and he fought back, and it got to the point where every time he went in one
Oh,
direction, they
I
parted
did
like
see
the
that.
Red Sea. Like they ain't want no smoke with homeboy.
Yeah, he was going after people in that terminal. Or
Yeah,
whatever it was. I saw
he
that.
held it down for Spurs fans, but
Are you ready?
yeah,
Are you ready for
y'all
this?
was
Here's
disgraceful.
some
Like,
truth, bro.
oh,
Lucito, you belong here. Here's some truth.
oh god,
Talk about it.
we ain't gonna. We'll talk about that later.
Okay,
But
if only he would have hit those free throws
we'll
when
get
it
into that.
mattered.
We'll get into that.
we
We'll get
will.
into that. But let me just say this: like throughout my childhood, it was nothing but drama when it came to the Knicks. As a Knicks fan, I grew up, when I could remember watching basketball anyway, was John Starks, Patrick Ewing. That was my era. That's when I like first started liking basketball as a whole. Was John Starks was my favorite player. I didn't know he wasn't like one of the top players in NBA history. I didn't know that. I just knew that that was my guy, and I was rocking with him, right? And Charles Oakley and the gang, but he wasn't ever my favorite. But Patrick Ewing and them, and they just couldn't get it done. Then we had Allen Houston and the whole rivalry going back and forth with the Miami Heat throughout middle school. Me and my some of my friends, yeah, even high school. You remember Zeke. We were going at it when the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, and me and Zoe was just button heads. They're like, you know what I mean, like bros, Knicks, right? And then he got the big three of LeBron, and Miami Heat just completely left us in the dust. And it was miserable being a Knicks fan. They trotted out lineups where none of them start for any team in the NBA. Like we had entire starting fives that wouldn't be good enough to start for the Washington Wizards, bro. And they got the first pick in the draft. And there was like years where we had lineups where they wouldn't even start for the Wizards, right? And the whole Carmelo era came about. And it was just tragic because we traded all of our talented players just to get Carmelo. And then it was Carmelo against the world. And it was there like, bro, that didn't work in Denver and it never worked in New York. And then it was just nothing. And so it was terrible being a Knicks fan. And then Jalen Brunson comes out of nowhere, bro. And he is just the small dynamo, taking the league by storm, getting us from one level to the next level, taking us from a forgotten team to the playoffs, forgotten team to the first round, forgotten team to the second round the next year, conference finals the next year. Bunch of injuries because Tom Thibodeau, love him. He developed the culture here, but he ran us into the ground by not playing no one from the bench to the point where conference finals last year we were completely injured and Indiana was able to dispatch us really easily. To this year, everybody's healthy. The bench was played under Mike Brown, and we actually had the horses to be able to compete in the conference finals and the finals. And to see them finally get it done is a dream come true. Because I said this on our Facebook page. Every time the Knicks have ever won the championship in my lifetime, I've had to turn off the PlayStation or I've had to turn off the Sega. You know what I mean? Because they've never actually won. And to see it finally happen, I mean, yeah, we were acting rowdy as Knicks fans, but it's been a long time. I'll
No,
say that it's been a long
no
time.
excuses.
But that's my soapbox. That's my soapbox. Now Lucito is saying they would tag team file him at the same time. Boo hoo. But anyways, are we going to get into that? Are we going to talk about one of the most dirty players on the planet now, or we got a different
Yeah, let's
topic
talk
here?
about it. Let's talk about it. Let's
Let's
talk
talk.
about
All
it because I feel like some people trying to avoid it.
right, let's talk about this. I've been doing a lot of talking. Why don't one of y'all start this one off?
Yeah, Josh, tell us how great Wimby is and how he's not a dirty player.
I will. I will. Wemby is great. Wemby is not a dirty player. Wemby is, in fact, the most fouled person in the NBA this year. They literally were running schemes on this dude, and you expect a person, an individual, to just be fouled time and time again, and just sit there and let it just take it, just take it, right? Everybody wants to talk about all the highlights of the Wemby pushing Jalen Brunson to the ground, or Wemby on a pick screen where he apparently jumps and tries to take out Homeboy's ACL, or getting into scuffles, throwing elbows, right, in the previous series. Listen, at the end of the day, this is basketball we're talking about. Nobody was saying this when the Bulls were facing the Pistons, when dudes were dudes were playing their hearts out and getting physical. Nobody was saying it then. Nobody was saying, this isn't right. This no, it's basketball, bro. It's it's playoff basketball. It's finals basketball. We've gotten so comfortable as sports fans to see flops being our cheered for play. Like, come on, man. It's basketball. It's not like the dude was grabbing people and yoking them up on the court or getting extremely non-basketball moves. That wasn't it. You could talk about the shove off, but nobody wants to talk about 3 plays ago where Jalen Brunson conveniently falls towards his knee with his elbow extended. Everybody wants to talk about all these other Wemby plays. No, Wemby's not a dirty player. Wemby is a player just like everybody else. He just gets the villain treatment because he's 7'4", and just like I said in our chat, built like a California redwood tree, and everybody was on his back because of what they expected from him, greatness, and he still proved it. He was great. He played great. He was probably the only I shouldn't say that. Castle was more consistent, I would say, than Wemby throughout this finals. But he was the bright light in the room on the court when the Spurs needed to make a play, they were putting the ball in his hands. And no, he's not a dirty player.
Like I
Brother Zeke,
said, I'll let someone else jump in before I comment. Yeah, Zeke.
I got nothing, man. I love Wimby. Um, I don't mind him seeing fighting back. Um, I yeah, I got
That's it.
nothing. I don't think he's dirty. I don't. I hear a lot of the Wimby is dirty talk coming from Knicks fans, but I don't hear it from much anybody else. So I think it's just I don't know sour grapes. Y'all won. Y'all humiliated the man. Y'all had him in his feelings. Let that be that. But to try to uh, tarnish his name and label him to be a dirty player, I think that's just salt in the wound. Y'all just being extra right now.
It's not extra when there's video footage confirming that, Zeke. But I'll let you go first, Dave. Like I said, I'll let you go first.
Zeke, are you done?
You
Yeah,
done?
I
Josh,
was done
are
before
you
y'all
done,
made me
Josh?
talk.
Huh?
I was
Huh?
done before y'all made me talk. I really didn't want to touch on it because I got no dog in this fight. I feel like Josh when we talking about baseball.
I
That's my
feel you.
vote.
I feel you. Josh, are you done with your arguments? Yeah, music to my ears. Beautiful. I'm glad you both done. Okay, so you guys said that Wemby was the most fouled player in the playoffs
You
this
guys
year,
didn't
right?
say anything.
Who said that?
Me,
Somebody
That,
said
that
it.
was that
me.
was the guy above
I
you.
said in the season.
Okay. So let me talk about New York and the Knicks because I don't care about the season.
I
Okay.
know, of course not.
The Knicks fouled Wemby 100 32 times and he was fouled 116 times in the 17 game postseason run. He got fouled 116 times. 32 of those were by the Knicks. So I'm gonna give you the breakdown. Game one, 9 fouls. Game two, 6 fouls. Game three, 7 fouls. Game four, 6 fouls. Game five, 4 fouls. Okay.
Called fouls, right? Called
Huh?
fouls. Called fouls.
That's what I said. They're foul.
Called fouls. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no,
He said those
foul.
Oh,
last
now
times
we talking
the
about.
refs
Called
followed the
fouls.
whistle.
Foul. We're gonna
That's
go.
what
We're
the
Oh,
gonna
man
you
go
just
with
said.
opened a
foul.
whole nother can of worms
We're
here. All
gonna
right,
we're gonna
Called
yeah.
fouls.
no. We're gonna go
Call
with
fouls.
because
All
I
right,
asked both of y'all when you're done. All right. So let me cook.
cook.
32
This
fouls.
meal gonna taste like trash.
32 fouls. Everybody's sitting here. Not everybody. Josh and Zeke kinda. Zeke, now we're gonna put this on Josh. Josh says, "Oh, how's a man supposed to act? People are following them all over the place. Blah blah blah." Guess how many? Okay, let me break this to you. On June 9th, 2000, game two of the NBA Finals against Indiana, how many times do you think Shaq got fouled in one game?
Every time he touched the ball.
Anybody want to take a guess?
I agree with Zeke. Every single time he touched the ball, it's my vote.
39 times in one game. Shaq got fouled 39 times in one game, bro. And we over here talking about crying about Wemby. Okay. Oh, Precious Wimby, they're fouling him, and that's why they didn't win, and they were beating him up, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever, man. 39 times. Diesel. And guess what, man?
Cooking.
Won. They won. This cat got fouled 39 times in one game and didn't cry. All he did was deliver his team a championship. While all Wimby did was turn around. I don't even really care that he didn't want to shake hands, right? The baby act, bro, the pouting is just to me, man. It's like, listen, Wimby is great for the game. Okay, the dude's 7'4", man, and shoot threes like we thought Dirk could shoot the three, man. This kid is like he's nice, man.
That's
The,
terrible for the
the,
game.
what?
7'4", get in the paint and bang.
No, I
That's
get
his
that, but they
problem.
gotta draw it up for him.
He only got fouled 32 times because he's chilling at the logo the whole game.
But that's what they drawing up, man. When you you think Pop is not gonna have him down post banging? That's
That's
what
what
they
I'm
drew
saying.
up.
If Pop was on the sideline, Wemby wouldn't be out there shooting threes with the game on the line. He'd be down there.
This goes back to weeks ago when I said we were having a discussion about NBA coaches, and I'm like, who is this dude? Who is that dude? What do you think happens when you have these guys out here? We don't even know who they are, man. Like getting handed the reins to these teams, man. It's like, what's your coaching pedigree? You know what I'm saying? You got this cat. You think Billy Donovan is gonna have Wemby out beyond the arc shooting threes? No, man. He gonna put him down low, and he don't even have a job right now.
Hold on.
Who put him?
He had Nikola Vucevic out there shooting threes.
Huh?
He had Vooch out there shooting threes. Vooch is 6'10", solid 250. And he had him out there shooting threes like he was Wemby. I watched a lot of Billy Donovan coach games, and it frustrated me every time.
Man,
Vooch also had probably he doesn't have much of a game to the basket. The dude's he's not a post player.
I mean, they're European players, so they're accustomed to being able to shoot that thing. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this whole narrative that Wemby is. I don't necessarily. Okay, I wouldn't go as far as to say the dude is dirty, right? But he knows what he's doing. He's calculated, and he knows what he's doing. He
No, I'm
does.
gonna go that far, but I'll let you finish. I'm gonna go that far, but I'll let you finish.
He's calculated and he knows what he's doing. And he was taunting the refs. I dare you to call. I got Silver over here chilling. While he got my back, he not gonna call his flagrant. So you guys, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And that's what he was doing, man. He knew he was not gonna get that second flagrant foul called on. He knew it, man. He knew it. And so I won't go as far as to call the dude dirty, because that implies a lot of things, and I don't want to believe that another player wants to intentionally hurt one of his peers and potentially see him have a season-ending injury. However, when Jalen did shoot that three, Wemby did look down at his foot to make sure that he was sticking his foot underneath his own foot. He blatantly did that, and the tape shows it, man. You got the part where you guys said he was jumping 8 feet to set a pick, and he wasn't trying to blow out Brunson's knee. That's laughable. But I'll give y'all that.
He was trying to kill this
If he was
dude.
just doing a monkey move, I'll give y'all that.
It wasn't y'all. I said nothing.
But Josh, if you think he was just doing, some kind of I don't know,
Well, we got to have these
kind of Cirque du Soleil move,
highlights that we could be running these clips, man. We got to get on it because, like, are you done? Can I?
Go ahead,
You
man.
cooked, by the way. You cooked. You cooked, bro.
Boyardee in the microwave.
Josh checking out, man.
Nah. They was cooking. But nah, like, listen. A couple things to this. He's absolutely a dirty player. And it's not just because we're trying to frame him in some way. The tape speaks for himself. During this playoff run alone, we're not just talking about Knicks here, bro. This man got his first technical foul in Minnesota against Nas Reed, where he intentionally tried to take this man's head off, right? He shoves Brunson to the floor, and that is a highlight that's been running on loop, where he shoves him to the floor. Brunson kept his composure. He gets up and got in his face, and they're like, yo, don't touch me like that, blah, blah, blah. Wemby smiles back at him. After shoving him to the floor. They don't call the foul. Why? Because they weren't calling fouls on Wemby the whole series. It's crazy to me. Like, how the heck Cat got in foul trouble every single game, and there was not a single game that Wemby was in foul trouble? That was my strategy. I was there like, yo, let's drive to the paint. Let's get Wemby in foul trouble. This man would never get a foul called on him no matter what. And that was really annoying me. But he shoved Brunson to the floor, shoved Alvarado. Alvarado was trying to box him out, throws this man to the floor, flings him.
It's tiny. It's like
He flung him. He grabbed him and flung him.
It's matching you up with a toddler. The dude is like, I don't even know if he's 6 foot.
Bro, He flung Alvarado through him and did not get a foul call. Did not get a foul call. And then he tried to break OG's ACL, basically just tried to decapitate him. If he would have done that, we would have never got that OG play. But he also tried to prevent us from seeing that miraculous game 4 performance when he intentionally put his foot underneath Brunson in the game before. Brunson got called for a flagrant foul for literally landing on the ground after contesting a shot, looking in the opposite direction, and your shooter lands on the back of his heel. Not even on his foot, the back of his heel. Flagrant foul. Can we get Wemby to get a flagrant foul? No, because that would have mean he would have been suspended. So they don't even call it. There's more. What about you saying like, oh well, he's not dirty? I'm not done yet, guys. What about the time when Mitchell Robinson got a flagrant foul? That would have been another instance where Wemby should have been suspended for a game. But did they call the flagrant foul on Wemby? No, they called it on Mitchell Robinson after Wemby pushes him darn near to the floor. Right? It's going to be hard to push Mitchell Robinson to the floor, but he tried. He's not strong enough. That's not his fault. But he tried. He got the flagrant foul called on Mitchell Robinson. That was a game changing play. It didn't get called on Wemby because he's the golden boy. Can't call nothing on him. And so here's the things. That was a perfect analogy, Dave, where you're talking about the difference between Shaq and Wemby, because it was exactly what I was thinking. If you're going to guard someone that tall and you just let them roam and get whatever position they want, he's so tall he doesn't need to jump and he could dunk. So if you're going to let him get that position, you're done. So this is basketball, like you were saying, Josh. This is basketball. This is basketball. This is basketball. You have to fight for position in the paint. And the fouls that you're talking about was just fighting for position. They couldn't let him get that deep. It's not anyone's fault but his own that he's not strong enough to take the position that players like Shaq was able to take. Because even if they forced Shaq on the outside, Shaq, once he got the ball, he was backing you down. Wemby doesn't have that strength. So he's forced to kind of do his little moves to the paint. And this was something that, wasn't I saying this on the previous podcast? Didn't I say this on the previous podcast? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Where I was saying Wemby doesn't have a go-to move. I said that, didn't I? I think I said that on the previous podcast. Where he doesn't
talk about a go-to finishing move.
A go-to finishing move, a signature move, where it's like, if you think of Dirk, what do you think of? If Wemby could develop a Dirk jump shot, there's no one that's going to block that shot ever. Because if they couldn't block it on Dirk, they are not blocking it on Wemby, right? If he could develop a shot like that. If he could develop a sky hook, they are never blocking a shot. The game is over. But he decides to do this whole, I'm a two guard, bro, in a center's body. It's not going to work, bro. It's not going to work. And that's why Jalen Brunson, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be calling him Jalen Brunson. The MVP was able to dominate.
The
MVP.
It's going to be a long year.
Yo, look at them, dog. They big mad.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'm fearing for my life right now with the way Josh is.
Here's the thing. This reminds me of when Philly finally won the Super Bowl and we had to deal with Josh.
Yeah,
that's what this reminds me of.
We absolutely.
You know, that's kind of true. I've never been on this side of it before, so it feels good.
The difference is they didn't win one; they won two.
And I'm saying I'm not saying anything.
But now I'm going to respond.
Hey, but they didn't beat the Colts, though.
I'm going to respond to two things. They didn't play the Colts.
Yeah,
wait a minute, Josh, did you just say that Philly won too?
In my era, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to respond to two things. One thing, Pratt said Wemby doesn't have a finishing move. You're right. He doesn't have a finishing move because he can score from anywhere on the court. Players that can score from any place on the court never historically have that one go-to finishing move. So let's be real.
Wemby does have a finishing move.
Point number two.
That's exactly it.
Point number two. The comparison between Wemby and Shaq is not relevant, and here's why. The reason players hacked Shaq was because he couldn't score at the free throw line. You're not doing that to Wemby because he can score at the free throw line. So the comparison is not legit. So
Josh,
it makes no sense. Your
Josh,
arguments are biased.
a foul is a foul. It doesn't say in the NBA record book, well, that's a hack a Shack. It says foul.
Why
It
did they
says
foul Shaq,
personal
bro?
foul. It
Why
doesn't
did
say
they
hack a
foul
Shack.
Shaq? Why did they foul Shaq?
Because they were dumb.
Why did they foul
They
Shaq?
didn't have
No,
a
they were
strategy to
smart.
beat
No,
him. That's why
only
they
way.
fouled
If
him.
they didn't foul Shaq, the numbers of their points, their loss percentage would go up.
Let
That's
me
why.
ask you this: did the hack a Shack work? It
Yes,
did not.
it did work to a certain extent. They could have been blown out even worse if they didn't. That was
Man,
their
there is no
only way to
certain
slow them
extent. Either
down.
you win a chip or you don't. Did Indiana win the chip or did the Lakers win the chip?
Indiana did not win the chip, but the only way they could slow down any kind of movement for any hope of winning was to put the worst free throw shooter on the line.
And it didn't work. It's a
You're
dumb
right. It didn't work.
strategy.
And you want to know why it didn't work? Because Shaq had Kobe.
Okay. I
So
mean,
guess what?
that's how a basketball team work, bro. It's like they got
Where
5
Shaq
players on the
couldn't
team.
come in, they had Kobe. And where Kobe missed his shots, they had Big Shot Bob who was shooting threes out
So
there.
so
And
so
where
your
he
take
didn't show up, they had other players to score. Like,
so
what
your
are we
take
talking
is
about?
your take is that it worked because it slowed them down from winning faster.
No, I'm saying it worked because that was their only hope in trying to win.
But it didn't work.
I understand it didn't work, but you're making
Josh,
Go
Josh,
ahead. Go ahead.
we talking about the 2000 finals? Shaq averaged 38 points a game. I don't think it worked.
You're right. It didn't work.
I
And
don't think it worked.
Down in the
I tell you
post,
what,
that's all he could
from
do.
It wasn't because they had Kobe. It didn't work because Shaq was Shaq.
For
because
sure.
Shaq was Shaq. Yes,
100%.
absolutely. But I'll tell you from a strategy standpoint, Wemby's game doesn't make a ton of sense because it would make a lot more sense for him to be a post player. Because if those players are not the greatest 3-point shooters, who's getting a rebound over Wemby? My man literally had multiple occasions in the finals where he was tipping it to himself. And it was just me and my dad looked at each other and we were just there like, dang. My dad literally said to me, that's how I was grabbing rebounds over you when you were a kid. You know what I mean? Because that's what it looked like.
Like,
You know what I mean? It was just he was among kids.
why
It would make
is
sense for him to play there, but he doesn't.
why is it that our fans make sense? Because like literally what they're saying and what you guys have already agreed that Wemby is a pencil. The dude cannot fight for position, and that's why notoriously he has been this dirty player, right? Because he can't. He doesn't have the body mass. He's got the wingspan. He doesn't have the body mass to fight for position. That's why homeboy was muscling him down there. Like, but that being besides the point. The other thing is this.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point because
I know.
here's the and
Go ahead.
let me just put add on to that, Josh. That's a great point. And the thing about it is, people always said for like since Kevin Durant's been in the league, they were like, if only Durant could put on weight, he can't, bro. He's a 7-footer. He's not. Shaq is a different kind of. Shaq got what he got because that's genetics. Wemby can't.
Homegrown cornbread.
He's not gonna put on the muscle. If he did, the rest of the league is in trouble, bro.
Thank
I'm
you.
telling you right now.
Thank you. Now, one more
I
point.
think if he does, he becomes Embiid because a body that size, I don't think can hold up
It'll
to an
break down.
82 game season
Yeah.
with that kind of weight like Shaq had.
One more-
He
Shaq
don't
was a
have to be
unicorn
Shaq
for that
big,
reason.
but what is Wemby now? 230, 235? If Wemby could bulk up to like 250, 255, he'd be a beast.
Yeah, muscle. Just put a little
If
bit
he
of
could,
muscle.
if he could put on like 20 to 25 pounds of muscle over the next, I'm not even gonna say it has to be over the off season, over the next couple years, because I mean we gotta remember the man is still young
Yeah.
and not in his prime yet. So if you could put over the next couple years, if he could put on like 20, 25, maybe 30 pounds of just muscle,
Yeah.
problem.
He
One-
be the French Kevin Willis.
Right.
One more point I want to throw out there before we move on and continue to celebrate the Knicks. One more point.
What? We got more?
Yes, one more point. Somebody said Dave Jones said, "Stop! I gotta stop doing that. That's your government."
It's all
Dave in
good,
the
man.
cut
It's that
said,
you know.
"Dave in the cut. That's just our friendship right there. You know, we pump outside of the sports cat,
No doubt.
the
It's
sports
all
podcast.
good.
All right. Dave in the cut said, "Who is this guy?" When he thought about Mitch Johnson, who is this guy? Nobody knows this guy. Guess
Nobody
who?
knows.
Guess who put that guy in position?
I bet you he regretting it right now.
The greatest
I
coach of
bet you
all
he
time.
regretting it right now.
The greatest coach of all time. Listen, regret or not, if Pop at least has any inkling as to his ability to lead a team, yes, he failed this year. He failed. If he has any inkling, that's who that guy is. Because Pop could have chose anybody, right?
Yeah, he could have.
He chose him. So
He
that's
did.
where that's who he is.
Yeah,
He did a great job. I don't know why
he's
he's getting the
a
hate that
finals
he is.
loser. That's who he is.
The only time
You know
he
what I'm
didn't do
saying?
a
I
great
don't
job
care
is
who put
allowing
him
his
in
team
place.
to lose a 29-point lead. That's not doing a great job. That's not doing a great job. That is letting your team get comfortable and letting your team think that they are walking through a win. That's not great. That's
Bro, he did better than the Sixers. He did better than the Cavs.
the
It's
Sixers
just when you got a team with the MVP on it,
you're
Bruh,
not
it's gonna
comparing.
be tough.
You can't compare the
a
two. The
L is a
Sixers
L.
never went up 29 points. You
They
can't compare them.
the Spurs should have swept this series.
Thank you.
Point blank. The way they come out the gate swinging and throwing haymakers and then throwing lollipop jabs for the next 3 quarters. Like I don't know what their game plan was. I don't know what happened at halftime. I don't know what kind of speech they were given or not given, but it's like they go into halftime and they're a completely different team. That doesn't happen with strong leadership on the sideline. It
Well, I
doesn't.
mean that comes with I think a little bit more experience, and I think they were kind of running Wemby into the ground, like he was playing like ridiculous minutes, and the Knicks had the horses that the other teams didn't to be physical with him, right? Because like that was the reason why I think he was able to completely get through the conference finals is because Chet Holmgren didn't do a thing. That man just like completely embarrassed himself to the point where everyone afterwards were talking about, hey, we need to get Chet Holmgren out of there because Isaiah Hartenstein, former Nick, appreciate your contributions, Isaiah Hartenstein. He was doing his thing. He was playing Wemby very well. But he didn't have he wasn't playing the whole time. It was Chet, and he dominated. And then what was the series before that? They went against who they went against before the Thunder. Um, I'm trying to remember. Did they go against was it Houston?
Who
Uh,
the Spurs?
the Spurs.
Josh,
Yeah.
who's your team played before the
I
Thunder?
don't remember. Let's go back to the bracket.
Wasn't it the Nuggets? The Nuggets?
No.
Was it the T Wolves?
Timberwolves.
T
Yeah.
Wolves. T Wolves. Yeah. And so they got Nas Reed, but other than that, Gobert, he's about as thin as Wemby.
Two Frenchmen, bruh.
That's right. And so Wemby is the better Frenchman out of those two.
Okay.
And so he was able to dominate that series. But against the likes of Karl Anthony Towns, which Karl Anthony Towns got in foul trouble like crazy. It was just sick to my stomach. He did commit some real stupid fouls though. I'm not even gonna front on that. Mitchell Robinson, phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. He wasn't going to be able to out physical them for 4 quarters, and he kind of wore down. Actually, you know what that reminds me of is another recent sporting event. If you guys watched it, was the UFC 250 where Justin Gaethje absolutely dominated Ilya Taporia, and that kind of went a lot like the Knicks games. The champ, which was Ilya Taporia, oh, he was putting the bangs to Justin Gaethje for the first 2 rounds. Hit him with a nice body blow, crumpled him to the floor, and he couldn't finish the fight at the end of the second round because he was just gassed. And he's never been in a true battle that lasted 5 rounds. And Justin Gaethje just completely tore him apart after that. It was almost unethical the way he got battered 2 broken orbital bones, broken nose. The guy looked like he got jumped. But nah, it was just one dude. But that's kind of what happened to the Spurs, bro, is that they got gassed in the first 2 quarters, and then it was time for the Knicks to be the Knicks. And that was just the end of it, man. It's like when you got Captain Clutch. Did you guys see the viral reel that's circulating talking about who has the most fourth quarter points in the playoffs, and they went through the years, and he was there like, who has the most fourth quarter points in 2021, right? And that would have been Jalen Brunson with the Dallas Mavericks. And then the next year, who had the most fourth quarter points in the playoffs in 2022? And yes, that would be Jalen Brunson with the Knicks. And then 2023, Jalen Brunson, 24, Jalen Brunson, 25, Jalen Brunson, all the way until this year, where he was just dominating. The man is Captain Clutch for a reason. And he showed it on the big stage, and he's finally getting his flowers he deserves. Which is, I gotta say, that's the feel good story about this all. It's good to see the man finally get his flowers. The man was getting doubted throughout his whole career.
Next topic.
So I'm just glad everybody's in agreement that Wemby is a dirty player, so we could just move on from there.
There you go.
If that's what it takes for y'all to move on, yeah, Wemby is the dirtiest player since the Bad Boys. He would have fit right
Awesome.
in with them.
Now let's talk about if Jalen Brunson,
Gonna clip that.
greatest Nick of all time.
No,
That's a clip.
What was the next one that you wanted to talk about? Was it really that? If Jalen Brunson? Oh yeah, that is the next one. You're welcome, Zeke.
wait, time out. We just spent 50 minutes on nothing just to go to more nothing? You muted.
Dave,
I'm glad
you're
about it.
muted, bro.
My bad. I said this is Peasy's night. We're not talking about the quote unquote nothing, bro. This is like, come on, man. What are we doing, man?
This
What
is
are
great
we doing?
material.
This is 52 years in the making, man. Let us
I'm
cook.
42. I don't care.
But you're gonna have to for the next, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes. So
Oh, man.
You know, it was funny because they were talking about the thing that I was talking about on the last podcast I was on was I thought that Jalen Brunson, if he wins this championship, will go down as the greatest Nick of all time. And I know, I think wasn't it you, Dave, that was there like, nah, you got to think about Ewan. Now you got to think about, Clyde. Of course, there's Willis Reed up there. And I was just up the mix where it's just they're like, bro, if he wins it, I don't care. He's the greatest Nick of all time.
but what does Daddy say?
What does Daddy say? What did his own father say?
What did Daddy
His
say?
daddy said about the greatest Knicks of all time.
Yes.
No, not the
yes.
greatest
I
Knicks,
sent you the clip.
plural. He said
the greatest Nick of all
Nick.
time.
What did
With
Papa
all due respect to my
Brunson say?
son,
What
Patrick
did
Ewing is the
Pop
greatest
say?
Nick
I
of
didn't
all
even
time.
see it.
Yeah, his
I
name's
He
said,
said-
he said
He's got a
Patrick
shoe.
Ewing was the greatest Nick of all time.
He's got a shoe. That's who.
He said, with all due
Well,
respect to my son,
I
I
think-
watch Patrick Ewing play. And he's the
I think the
greatest Nick
fact
of
that
all
he
time.
said that makes Jalen Brunson even more the greatest Nick of all time because you can add humility now. You
That
can
is
add
so
humility to the qualities
Time
of
out.
someone who's going to lead the franchise as the armor bearer for the greatest New York Knickerbocker of all time.
It would be humility if Jalen Brunson said it.
You know
It's
what?
not humility for his father saying it.
Nope. Listen, Zeke. We're gonna give this to Chris. You want to know why? Because Jalen Hurts is the greatest Eagle of all time.
That's right. That's right. He's the only one to win the championship.
He's the greatest Eagle of all
Time
time.
out. Time out. Nick Foles.
Even you don't
That's
believe
facts.
Nick Foles.
Thank
No,
you.
Nick.
You're
Nick
right.
statue.
You're right, Jones. I don't believe it. Jalen Hurts was the only Eagle to bring me the most recent championship. And then it was Nick Foles. And at that time, Nick Foles was the greatest Eagle to ever live. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm standing on what
but Nick Foles has a statue, brother.
Yes, he
And
does. And
soon Jalen Brunson will as well.
No, he
Well,
won't.
Built a statue, and
I'm
they
saying
shall
what
come.
I said, because who did I say that the greatest Nick was?
Walt, right?
Somebody in black and white. I can't remember.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. No, man. I said if I had to pick somebody, it was Ewing. I said that. I named off Clyde. You know what I'm saying? I named off um, Bernard King. I named off some greats, man. And it's Ewing, man. I
You
mean,
want
it's
to know
just
why? Because he spent 15 years with the Knicks. He made 11 All-Star teams as a Knick and carried them literally through the entire era that he played. They didn't win. They didn't win, but he
But that's because
carried that.
23 was in
He
Chicago.
was it. He was it.
yeah.
He was it. But you know what? He wasn't a champion.
No, he wasn't.
Neither was Allen Iverson. I'd take him over Brunson.
Dang. Those be fighting words.
Bro, if Allen Iverson was on, I'm going to say something controversial. If Allen Iverson was on the Knicks would not have won the chip. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Because as
turn
good
this
as Allen Iverson is, and I got a lot of love for Allen Iverson,
off. Turn this off.
Jalen
Mute
Brunson
him.
is Captain
Josh,
Clutch.
mute him.
He's the greatest Knick of all time.
Josh, mute him.
And not for nothing, Jalen Brunson, this is another reason why he's the greatest Knick of all time. My man literally took a pay cut so that way the city of New York and all the Knicks fans out there throughout the universe, right, can enjoy a championship because now we were able to get the likes of Karl Anthony Towns, Bridges, Josh Hart, right? Oh yeah, I got love for Allen Houston too, right? But all those talented players we were able to accumulate because my man took like $100 million pay cut. That catapults him over every single New York Knick. Because like, bro, Ewan, you couldn't take a pay cut so we could get that one extra score. It's like, all you had was John Starks, and like that was pretty much it. Because when they made the finals the second time, he was a shell of himself. You know what I mean? He was just the old man along for the ride. So nah, I think they need to build the statue of the greatest Nick. They got to retire his jersey. He should be the first Nick who has his jersey retired while he's still playing. Like that would be. I mean, allow him to still wear the jersey, but at least it's like up there already, and we can all like, yeah, that's the goat right there.
You know what else they should start doing? They should start selling strands of his hair at the concession stand. We getting ridiculous with this.
Time out though. Time out though.
Hold
We
off on
showing
the
out
stand.
all this love. We showing all this love to Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns or whatever. Shout out to my man Danhausen. I think he need to have his face hung up in the rafters too. And you better tell me you know who Danhausen is, bruh. You looking lost right now, Peasy.
Dan, the man, I don't know who he is.
I know you don't. I know you don't. Danhausen showed up on the scene on First Take when y'all was playing against the Cavaliers, and you gotta watch it. It's Danhausen's a WWE wrestler. He
Oh, you see that dude that supposedly reversed the curse or something like that?
supposedly, did you see the outcome?
What did he pick the finals outcome?
At first, he was mad at Stephen A. So he put the heebie-jeebies on the Knicks, and then he reversed it, and that's when y'all went on and destroyed the Cavaliers by 158 points in Game 7, and then went on to do your thing throughout the rest of the playoffs and won the championship. So if you're gonna put Jalen in the rafters, you gotta put Danhausen up there too.
Nah, man. Listen, I'm not gonna give no props to no dude who did voodoo. All right, no,
All right, well, I mean, it's a tainted ring, so
nah, it's ain't nothing hated
it's
about that ring.
it's a
Playing.
tainted ring. I'm just saying,
No,
it's
nah,
too
man.
much to be a coincidence, Dave.
Nah, man. It
Too
ain't.
much to be a coincidence.
I guess all the Tom Brady's rings are tainted too, because I guess Giselle
Oh
was
heck
putting.
yeah, Giselle had a lot to do with that.
Bro, speaking of fans, can we just take a second to acknowledge how ridiculous it is to see Taylor Swift on the sidelines cheering for the Knicks? Like,
Don't do that.
she was
You would have been
literally,
Monica McNutted.
bro, she was literally cheering against the Knicks One round before.
There goes our monetization.
That's only because she was supporting her man and supporting his team. But as soon as they got bumped, she was like, "All right, well, your team sucks. I'm about to go to the city that never sleeps because
Bro,
Cleveland
but where's
sucks."
that same report? Where's the same support? Get Travis Kelsey to go to the Knicks game then. Support
Nah,
your woman then. She supported
why would he
you.
do that? Why would he do that?
She supported him. You support her now.
Nah,
Listen, I'm gonna
that's
keep it
not his
real
thing.
with you. Every
He's in training camp.
every celebrity that was there except for Spike Lee, the young lady from the police show, because she's Jalen Brunson's like second mom, yo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mariska
Whatever her
Hart
name
to
is.
Olivia,
guy.
Yeah.
Benson,
No,
No,
it's Maritza or
bruh.
Marty.
It's Olivia Benson,
Mariska Hartigai.
yes.
bruh.
Oh,
Look
is
her up.
that her name
Olivia
in
Benson.
the? That's the name of the show. Oh,
It's
okay,
much
I don't
easier to
watch the
say than
show.
her real
Yeah,
name, Olivia Benson.
my daughter Anissa
Gotcha.
be watching that, man. She probably knew that the whole thing, man. So
Right? She
her,
mad at us for not knowing her name.
her, Spike, and Tracy Morgan. Anybody
Tracy
else?
Morgan, yep.
I'm like, y'all are there for the photo
No,
ops, man.
no
And I'm
Timothy
gonna keep it real
Chalamet,
with
no
you.
Ben
The
Affleck.
Charlamagne's he's been supporting.
Man, I don't care about Charlamagne, man. He can Charlamagne, man. It's like, listen, I don't get me
What
started
about
on.
Jerry Seinfeld? Jerry Seinfeld, Ben Stiller. Seinfeld was there
Hey,
when the
you
Knicks
gotta
were
give
in the
some of the white
finals
fans some love,
with
Dave.
Ewing.
You got to give some of the white fans some love, Dave.
Okay. Ben Stiller, man. Listen, I'll ride with Ben Stiller and then Jerry Seinfeld. But here's the thing, man. The minute I saw Fat Joe, bro, I was like, we're cooked. We done. We are done. This dude gonna do something to mess it up, because when he showed up at Yankee Stadium and the dude was stepping on the foul lines, and the dude went up on the pitcher's mound, and man, it got on the rubber, bro, before the game. Like every possible thing that you could do to put the mojo on
Time out, though.
Yankee.
I thought we didn't believe in the mojo. 5 minutes ago, you
Listen,
said you
man,
didn't believe in the
I'm just
mojo.
listen. Even the mojo was like, bro, you killing the mojo, man. What are you doing? All of the stuff we was taught as little leaguers, man. Like this dude did he was just it was just like his brain was like, yo, go out there and wreck shop. Just disrespect both foul lines, disrespect them. Get on the rubber and grind your feet in there. Put a permanent mark so that the starting pitcher can't get his release off the right way. The dude did everything that he wasn't supposed to do, man. And then the one thing he didn't do is give us a good anthem to ride on, man. It was just so whack. Then he shows up at Madison Square Garden with who? DJ Khaled. When have you ever seen DJ Khaled at a Knicks game?
Bro,
Fred,
DJ Khaled didn't even know the game was going on. He was staring at his phone. There was tons of pictures of
French
people being
Montana.
like,
When
bro,
you see these dudes at regular season games, you don't. And so that for me, man, that's the corniness of all of this, the celebrity role and all of this nonsense, man. It's like y'all stay home, man. Y'all just there to get the photo op, and so you could be on the news and whatever.
The one dude that showed up and caused y'all to lose, though, I mean, y'all gonna tell him to stay away too?
I know exactly what you're talking
Gonna
about.
tell him to
The
stay away
one
too?
game, the one
The
game we
one game he
lost,
showed up to
Donald Trump.
is the one game y'all lost. We gonna tell him to stay away? He was there for the photo op and slept through the game. He didn't know a game
No.
was
But you know,
over.
real talk, he used to go to the games back in the day
He's a
too,
New
though.
Yorker, man.
Yeah,
How was the Donald from Manhattan? How was he not going to show up to at least one Knicks
right, New
final?
York Knicks game.
I wish he would have showed up to game 4 too. They probably would have won that game. De'Aaron
By
Fox
the
would have
way,
dribbled the ball out.
you saw what I sent to the team? Breaking news: the New York
Yeah,
Knicks are going to be the first team in many, many years to show up to Donald Trump's White House.
Wow.
one and done. Enjoy your
Bro,
championship.
like
while
someone
it
asked me that the other day. They were there like, what happens if they're one and done? Like, bro, I hope they go repeat. But I'm just so grateful, man. I don't even care if they're one and done. Jalen Brunson's still the GOAT, bro. He's still the GOAT, even if they're one and done.
Greedy about it, man. We've been waiting for this for the longest, man. Like
So I got a question.
greediness of, hey man, let's get a dynasty.
Yeah,
Be
we
great.
can't be that picky, bro.
What?
So you telling me, if the Knicks come back next year with Indiana at full strength with Halliburton, and the Celtics at full strength, and OKC at full strength, and the Spurs rejuvenated with a chip on their shoulder with this loss, and the Knicks come back and finish sixth in the East and get bumped in the first round, y'all gonna be cool with that?
It's not about being cool with that. It's about being grateful. And I will still be grateful for the New York Knicks for delivering the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucito says they're all getting McDonald's bags.
Right, right.
Yo,
Yeah, that's so facts.
Y'all get extra fries with that. Y'all want cheese on that hamburger?
Bruh.
That's
Don't get no
right.
ice cream. The
yo,
ice
man,
cream
y'all gotta
machine
leave my
always
boy
broke.
Trump alone, man. Y'all go ahead.
You cooked them.
Yo, the McDonald's is
See, the way you gotta do
wild,
Trump like that, bro.
crazy.
Why Trump
Cooked
got to
them.
do Trump like that?
They wanted
Everybody go
big.
see
Oh
that
man.
man get a Happy Meal.
They all wanted Big Macs.
Hey, man, but UFC 250, you can't tell me that wasn't fly, man.
I didn't
Bro,
watch a
that
minute of
card
it.
Oh
was
my
was
gosh, man.
bananas, bro.
It was
Bananas.
off the rails. Dana White was like, he cooked. He was like, they were like, so Dana, do you want he was like, yes. He didn't even let them finish. Give me everything. Give me the Blue Angels and the what's the Thunderbirds flying together. I'm gonna have them both fly over together, which was they did the Super Delta. Y'all didn't see that, man.
No,
If you wasn't patriotic about our country after watching that, man, I don't. You just need to check to see if you got a soul, bro, for real. Because the fighters, nah, man, seriously, the fight, the way the presentation was, in the way that our armed forces was represented, um, the troops, mostly troops being, having seats around the ring and stuff. It was amazing, man. It really was, and politics aside, man, it's like this is the 250th anniversary of our country. We get afforded a lot of luxuries, man, because of the defense of our country, because our freedom is defended. And to see it celebrated like that, to me, it was super dope. It really was. It was a very non-political night until that idiot got up on this in the ring and said that Michelle Obama was a man. That was kind of wild. But this dude also has like five different personalities, so whatever. I just thought that was real
But he
unnecessary.
does it intentionally. Like he's intentionally trying to draw attention to
He
himself.
is. And then somebody about
He
to
has
knock.
a whole act.
I can't wait
So
till
he
he get
puts on the
knocked.
glasses at the end and he starts talking like a wrestler.
Yeah, I can't wait till he get knocked out, man. I want him to get slept so bad. That's not very Christian like, but
bro.
whatever.
It's sports,
If
bro.
that's
It's
the case,
fine.
I'm going to hell with you.
No, my
We're
goodness.
not
I,
trying
I
to
It's,
go
want
there,
that.
Z.
I
So
want that dude
Oh,
to
we're
go
not.
straight to sleep in
No,
the ring.
I'm not going, and neither are
I'm
fine
you.
just
with
saying,
paying
if that's gonna get you sent to the hot place, I'm driving shotgun
I
because
find that
I
in the
I
name of
want him to
Jesus.
get
Rebuke
obliterated.
that, please,
I
Josh.
rebuke that right now.
I need somebody to
bro,
lay
it's
holy hands
sports.
on
You
him in
could
the name
root
of
against
Jesus.
him. It's fine. There's nobody going to hell over rooting against Josh
I
Hogan.
want to
You know
see
what I
my
mean?
man get having convulsions.
Listen.
Beat him
So I
Oh,
down.
want to.
dang. See?
I want to show
I
this
don't
to you
like
guys
him.
real quick. I want to put this out there. So when Gaethje was coming out for his fight, there was a moment where they show him in the Oval Office, and he was looking at the Declaration of Independence on the wall of the Oval Office, and it was really dope. There was this song playing, and by the way, shout out to the military band, man. The military band played all the intro music for the fighters when they came out, and it was amazing. They were playing Drake. They were singing. They had vocal. They had a male vocalist, a female vocalist, and it was just really cool to see them be able to play that that stuff. I think there was only one song that they couldn't play, and it was there was some reason that they couldn't play it, but Gaethje came out to a song called "Ain't No Grave," and that song it's a song from like the
Johnny
30s,
Cash.
the 30s. Well, he didn't write it. A pastor wrote it back in like 1930 something. but Johnny Cash made it famous, and it's been in like it really there was a western show that used it in a death scene, and which really kind of like blew it up. But Johnny Cash, if you could listen to Johnny Cash's version of "Ain't No Grave," because they released it after he passed away, and that song, if you listen to the words, man, it's amazing. It's such a powerful song, and the fact that Gaethje came out to that song, man, and when they showed him walking to the ring, it was so powerful. So if you guys can find that, I'll find a link and send it to you guys. But that song is really, really dope, man. It was just a great night. I really enjoyed watching it. I love watching just the Jets and just all the how the setup and how they pulled it together. It was just really dope. So
Oh,
no,
A Frenchman did win in sports this week, and that was Cyril Gahn when he knocked out Pereira. Pereira was
I mean when he
online
assaulted him.
talking. Yeah, he was online saying that he thought that fight was unfair because he was getting hit in the back of the head, and as you know, in fighting sports, that's a big no-no. And I'm not gonna lie, watching it live, I didn't like it didn't click that he was getting hit in the back of the head, and then I saw the replay. I was like, dang, this bro is getting clipped over and over again in the back of the head. It just the way that the fight was unfolding, it felt natural at the time, and then you're looking at it and you're like, no, that's not natural. This dude was hitting him in the back of the head, but I think he would have lost anyway. He looked slow because he was moving up from middleweight to heavyweight. He didn't. It didn't look like it fit him very well. He was very slow
He
moving,
looked pretty sloppy, man. He did.
very sloppy.
But Cyril Gahn, man, this is the second fight where they've said that he would, his last fight, it was controversial because he was hitting dudes in the back of the head, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know how they police it, but you know who didn't get hit in the back of the head? The New York Knicks. Let's get back to it.
Uh,
It's
Niggas,
funny
come
that
on,
you
man.
say
Y'all show some joy,
police.
man.
No, here's
Be
the thing.
happy
It's
for the
funny
New
that you
York
said.
team, bro.
It's funny
I
that you
really
mentioned the
have
New York Knicks and policing something in the same sentence because I'm just reading where they about to send 10,000 officers to the parade.
Yeah, yeah, man.
You want to know why? Because New York Knicks fans are trash.
Yo, they
they're
need to
gonna
get
need at
ten
least two to
thousand cops
hold
on
me
the
back. Let
street.
me stop.
They need to get every pastor they can find, man, and send them to New York for tomorrow, bro. Because there's gonna need to be a lot of prayer and covering over that city, man. I'm trying to tell you, because that city is gonna be wild tomorrow. And on that
I
note,
think they'll behave.
Peasy, let's go to the next topic real quick, man. We'll dust that off real quick. Are the about the boroughs, man? Because the parade's jumping off, and let's talk about this real quick. So
Okay, so we talk. Yeah.
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess the conversation surrounding the sport is people are trying to say that if you're not from the borough, one of the boroughs of New York, that you're not a true Knicks fan, which is it's kind of crazy to me because it's like a lot of New Yorkers, like there was a whole movement. I'll jump in it first if that's okay, Dave.
Yeah,
Um, there there was a big movement of people uh, uh, that were getting pushed out of New York. You know what I mean? What do they call it? Gentrification.
yeah.
When especially when you look at the Brooklyn Nets, well, where do you think why do you think the Brooklyn Nets moved to Brooklyn? You know what I mean? Like they were buying up a lot of these brownstones and a lot of these buildings, and they were pushing out the residents. A lot of people, including most of my family that lived in New York, were pushed out, and they live in like Jersey now, right? A lot that happened to a lot of my family, and so it's there like, bro, like what do you mean? Like you got to live in the borough? Like what? They pushed everybody out. It's hard to live there. The only people that live there now are all these immigrants that they've been letting in, right? Which I mean, New York has always been an immigrant town, but like they got a lot of undocumented because that's the policies that they've had, and New York doesn't look the same anymore. It's not the same anymore, and so it's like, bro, all these Knicks fans are scattered all over the country, which is why we won so many games in the playoffs because we took over every arena. We took it all over. Why? Because the Knicks fans are everywhere. And to the fact that they were cheering for the Knicks fans, or excuse me, cheering for the Knicks, to me that says everything because we didn't have whole lot to cheer about for years. And look at those numbers on the TV. Look at how many people tuned in. That's the power of New York. I'll let you go, Dave.
Sorry about that. I was just reading your message here about the White House. Um, so listen, man. New Yorkers are they're a different breed, man, and I have this feeling that they think that everybody from New York, when they people ask them, hey, where you from? It's like we're from New York, man. This is the last time I checked. New York State is one of the biggest states in the country, right? And the last time I also looked, like Manhattan is this little island, and it does have these boroughs surrounding it, and it's just little sliver and little piece of New York State. And yes, there are millions of people jammed in this metropolis, and I get that. But I just want to remind New Yorkers that, you know, those schools that you have in all your little boroughs and stuff like that, most of the money that goes to your school's budget down there comes from Western New York. Albany comes up here and they take our money, right? And they take it and they wheelbarrow it down to you guys. And I find it highly disrespectful for people in New York City to say, well, you guys aren't true New Yorkers. What is a true New Yorker, man? Like, we were all born and raised here, right? So, not contrary to popular belief, I love New York City culture. So, my pops was born in Alabama and he was raised in New York City and New Jersey. So, I don't understand like why there's so much disdain for people from other areas of the state. I hear people online saying, even if the Bills win the Super Bowl, we still not rocking with them because we don't claim them as a New York team. And that's
They're the only
bananas to
team
me.
in
It
New
shows me
York.
the mentality. You would rather take them busted two teams that you guys have down there that don't even play in New York, and you would rather claim them and their losing records than a team who literally has way better chances of making it to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl than the teams that you guys got already down there. It just shows me the mentality down there, man. It's just it's crazy. So whenever I'm out of town, people say, where you from? I say New York, and then I say I'm not from the city, I'm from Rochester. And I'm proud to be where I'm from. Like I wouldn't trade being able, yo, I'm from the Bronx, I'm from Brooklyn. It's cool that you guys are from there. And I have the nothing but love for you guys. But contrary to popular belief, man, everybody from New York State doesn't want to be from the city. Like we're from where we're from, and it's just that simple. So I think it's just I get the pride, the city pride, and I understand that, man. But one serious thing that I want to say is that when New Yorkers were dealing with all of the after effects of 9/11 and they needed a helping hand, they weren't worried about who wasn't from New York City when all of that stuff was going on. So I think they need to really kind of just step back and take a look, man, and just be like, you know what? New Yorkers are New Yorkers, whether we're from Western New York, or if you're from, the Finger Lakes, whether you're from upstate. People used to say we're upstate, but upstate is actually above, Westchester, and above, but we're Western New York, man. And we just happen to have a better football team up here to you. Oh yeah, and a better hockey team too. So take
Or
that.
just a football team, because like you said, both of those are New Jersey football teams. Uh, Zeke, Josh, you want to jump in on this or?
Dave said a lot of what I wanted to say, just in a much more diplomatic way. I can't stand New Yorkers, and that's crazy because my wife is from New York. Um, but I tell her all the time, New York is cool to visit once every like 10 years. If I never step foot in New York City again, it'll be too soon. They are arrogant. They are uh, entitled. Um, New York fans New Yorkers in general. Like you said, the whole if you're not from the boroughs, you're not from New York, get out of here. I don't want to hear none of that. Yeah, just mad that we can go and
Uh-oh.
drive a couple miles away and not have to hail a cab and sit in a cab for 30 minutes just to get 2 blocks. And it's I can't
Oh,
stand it.
that was
I
a
can't
lot lighter than I thought it was going to be.
No, I'm trying to be a better person, Dave.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something
Trying
right
to be a
now.
better person, Dave.
I'm going to say this. There's not a city in this country that has the swagger that New York City has. The swag in New York City is unmatched. Unmatched. And I've never seen so many people. Now LA rides with LA, man. LA is like, man, we are who we are. We're not trying to be anybody else. But I've never seen a city more people try to it's more emulated and people want to be from it more than New York City, man.
Yeah,
West
don't
Coast
I'm not
people, I know
included
they'll
on that.
disagree with that, and I get that because LA, man, LA has a swagger of just Cali, period. They have their own thing going on, man. But New Yorkers, man,
Yeah,
no,
they
New Yorkers, I've never seen a population of people that have been more. People look to emulate them more than New Yorkers, man.
just have an earthquake just float Long Island and that whole
Oh
strip
boy.
just off into the Atlantic. Y'all ain't got to sink. Just go away.
You know what's funny is that real talk. When I was living in Rochester, one of the reasons why I wanted to leave New York State was because I felt New York City was jacking up the whole state. Because, like you said,
Absolutely.
Dave, like all those taxes we pay in Western New York, I was just there like, yo, this whole state is just garbage because the taxes are ridiculous. It would be better if they just made New York City its own state, let the rest of New York State live. And I'm proven right. I'm in a different state, and these silly New Yorkers are voting in the socialists. And so, if it was bad before, it's about to get much worse. And it's they're like, bro, like real talk, man. Like, I lose respect. Oh, you from New York, and you live there now? Yeah, you part of that crew that voted the socialists, bro. You live with that. You live with that. That's even worse to me. Like, you lost respect. Hold this out, right? But yeah, that's why I don't live there no more. Land of the free.
Well said. All right, what
All
time is
right.
it, man? I think we went a little. I think we can kind of bypass Becky Hammond's comments. What do you think,
She's
Z?
another one that needs to hold that
Did
L.
you did you put it up there, Z?
I
Josh?
didn't put that up. Didn't she say that like 3 years ago?
I don't know, man, but she
But
said
she didn't. She stood
she
on
backed
business when they asked her about
doubled
it,
down
bro.
on it, man.
Well, I mean, that it's a much different team than they had 3 years ago, though, right? I mean, they
But she
the next team y'all
stood
got
on
now is
business.
much more improved. I would have stood on business too.
I don't
I
know,
would have
man.
stood on
You
business
don't
too.
go out on a limb and say
Did she
somebody's.
ever apologize or retract?
Why would she retract? She said what she said.
But she was wrong. Time to get flowers.
Nah, dead flowers,
Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
skunk dandelion.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I'm.
Y'all,
I.
y'all just going on a apology retribution seeking tour.
I,
Just
man,
everybody who said we couldn't
man,
do it, kiss the ring. Nah,
I'm
forget y'all. Do it again.
Nah, because hey, if the sin was public, the apology needs to be public. And she was
What if
she
she
was
don't? What if
talking
she
about
don't want to apologize?
she need to
I
apologize
I,
because she
I
looked
I
foolish right
respect
now.
her more for being like I said what I said.
Nah, she shouldn't be allowed to get an NBA job until she apologizes.
I don't want her to have an NBA job. Period, bro. I'm like,
Bro, but how do you hire someone that could be that wrong about the
But
MVP?
time out though. We was just talking about how Pop picked Mitch Johnson, but Pop had Becky Hammond on the sideline too. So if Mitch Johnson can have a job, why can't Becky have a job?
no,
Maybe he let her
I
go
didn't say
because
he
of those
couldn't have a
comments
job, bro.
about
I
Jalen
just said that
Brunson.
I didn't know who he was, man. That's all. I mean, I don't know the dude, man. It ain't nothing against him. I just don't know the dude, man. I don't know, man. But I mean, I don't follow the Spurs, so I wouldn't know them. You know what I mean? You feel me? I couldn't tell you who half of these coaches are, man. It's just, I mean, I could tell you who the coach was that James Harden, his coach, that said, analytically they were winning the series, and I mean, come on, man.
Realistically, I got bounced.
Honestly, who wants to know that coach? Nobody wants to know a coach that says something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was trash.
So anyway, I digress. Peasy,
Wait,
any
But
last
I mean,
words, man? This was your night, man. How
was
you
the
want
whole
to
show
off of it?
really? Let's talk about the Knicks.
Huh? Yeah,
I
I
could
mean,
have been in bed,
gotta
man.
get my
Zeke, we appreciate you
New York
sticking
out here,
around
baby.
to all of this.
Orange and blue skies.
Yes, it
I got
is.
some catching up to
Orange
do
and
on
blue
the show,
skies.
man. They just released a new George Springer card.
What?
Oh, did
The only
hey,
sports
listen,
talk
Yeah.
that
real quick
matters
before
right
we
now is
leave. This is not a gambling
oh,
question, okay? This is just good, clean fun. All
Uh
right. Over or under on the number of broken legs at the parade tomorrow?
huh.
I think it's over.
Hold on, they got 10,000 cops. That's 10,000 Billy Clubs. Uh,
That's what I'm talking about, the Billy Club. I'm not talking about any kind of event. I'm talking
yo,
about NYPD going ham with those batons, man.
yo, it's about to be a wrap.
Bro, let me tell you, back in the early 2000s, me and my roommates lost our mind and decided, hey, man, let's go to New York City for New Year's, man. Yo, people was climbing up on the squad cars. NYPD was serving up bolos, bro. They were swinging the batons from Canada. Whap! Hitting cats in the shins. They would, man, listen. It's not like you see on TV, bro. It's not. It's really violent, man. It's
I
not
believe
good.
it.
On TV, you
I
see the
believe it.
cops smiling and stuff, standing there posing for the camera. As soon as that camera switches to somebody else, man, they serving them up, man.
Because everybody bought the ticket to be standing there at Times Square.
Yo, yeah. Nowadays, yeah, it's like very corporate there now. Back in the day, you just showed up,
Yep.
you know. But
you
yeah,
know what's interesting is Jalen Brunson threw out the first pitch in the New York Yankees game. And
what happened?
afterwards, they handed him a World Series ring because they were there like, bro, you to go, you to go. He's the only player to ever win MVP in baseball and basketball now. All he needed to do was throw out one pitch. The man is the GOAT. Build the statue, guys. Build it.
It's not
Say no
happening.
more. Unlimited budget.
It's
That's
not
right.
happening.
You think we could get a statue with him like making that jump shot over Wemby
Yo,
or maybe
Josh,
that
push the
layup?
button, man.
I think I'm gonna do it, Zeke. I think
Push the button, bro.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, PZ. I think this was your night, man. So I think it's time to wrap it up, man. 'Cause
this,
they
this was
get next
fun.
level with us
I
right
tell
now.
you what, this was therapeutic for me. I mean, the Mets have been so terrible, the Colts have been so terrible. I needed something like this. So first off, I would just like to say all glory to God. You know what I mean? Thank you for for this wonderful moment. Thank you for all those people out there that believed in me and supported me. You know what I mean? And thank you to obviously to the New York Knicks and the MVP. The GOAT Brunson. We appreciate you out there.
Ah,
Oh my goodness, yo. That's wow, man.
That's right.
unbelievable.
That's why they don't let me win anything, man, because I start acting a fool.
Yo, that's bananas, man.
Once in a lifetime,
that,
Chris. Enjoy
that
it.
is a once in a lifetime. I'm gonna have to like try to really enjoy this.
Yeah, man. And listen,
But
I'm gonna tell you right now, after the Braves dust off the Dodgers and make it to the World Series, and then lose to
Yo,
the
hold on.
Yankees
Time out.
eventually.
Time out. Time out. Time out. We can't have none of that talk right now because we are in a nasty streak right now. We lost a series to the White Sox. We lost a series to the Mets. We just dropped the first 2 games of the series to the Giants. So chill. All right.
Oh, and I'm gonna add a little more to this, right? So my boy Chris Parsons over at Blabbing About Slabbing is uh one of my favorite shows on YouTube, man. It's a great
See, you talking
podcast.
about cards. I was thinking about ribs. You said slabbing. I'm like, ribs. Let's
Nah,
go.
man. Blabbing
That's the
About
fat guy
Slabbing,
in me. I'm
man.
sorry.
It's about slabbing cards and getting cards graded, okay? My man Chris Parsons is the ultimate jinx, yo, when it comes to him getting cards and then people getting hurt. So last week he picked
You got
up
McCoon or Strider.
he picked up his first dynasty rookie patch auto card of Michael Harris. And wouldn't you know, Michael Harris had to leave the game yesterday
I know. I
due
seen
to
it.
lower back tightness, man. Chris Parsons, come on, man. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You my dog and everything, man. But
My
come on.
man got on base, got a hit, scored a run, and then they come back from commercial. Oh, development story. Eli White is now in the game. Like, why is Eli White in the game? Where'd Mike go?
Yeah, man.
Lower back tightness. Whatever.
I mean, what are you gonna do, man? It's the Chris Parsons hex, man. What can I say?
Strider just got transferred to the 60-day. They just said it's going to be a long time before Acuna comes back.
You know, far be it for me to celebrate any injuries or anything like that, but Crochet hit the 60-day IL. And
Garrett Crochet? Oh, wow.
yeah, and Boston fans could
sucks.
not be angrier right now. And I don't blame them. But some of them were celebrating Aaron Judge's injury. So
Oh,
it's
karma.
very hard to not I'll just leave it at that. It's a shame. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a shame.
Sucks for Garrett Crochet, but it's
He's a
beautiful to
good
see them
pitcher
so
too, man.
miserable. He
Good
is.
pitcher.
You talking
All
about out the mud. My man survived Chicago to get
Yeah.
paid in Boston. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry,
Must be
Pete.
nice to have a valid reason why your team's, is playing lousy. I don't have any such excuses.
Yeah, you do.
I-
Y'all traded the
Oh.
heart and soul of y'all team. Y'all got rid of Nemo. You got rid of Alonzo. You got rid of McNeil. You got freaking who's your first baseman now? I don't know, but where's what's that one dude y'all signed that was supposedly gonna play first base? I can't even remember. The
Oh,
dude y'all got from
Polanco.
Seattle. Yeah, Polanco.
Yeah,
What's he
Polanco.
doing?
What's
Lindor's
Lubop doing?
hurt.
He's hurt.
Where's Luis Robert? He's hurt. You got reasons.
But you know what's interesting? If they were all healthy,
The Mets would still
yeah,
suck.
we'd still suck. We
Play
would
the
still suck.
if game. We could play the if game. It might not. It might
We,
not.
we
sound
might suck a
good.
little bit less,
We
but
could
like
use some ifs.
they would still be trash.
Oh yeah, I mean
It-
you got rid of Edwin Diaz too. I mean he's hurt now, but Devin
Yeah.
Williams makes the ninth inning interesting.
Yeah,
What
trash.
did I tell y'all, man? What did I tell y'all? Y'all picked up our trash, man. We got fleeced on Devin Williams, man. The Yankees got completely fleeced by the Brewers.
Y'all want him back?
Devin Williams. Bro, we changed the hair policy. There's been a hair policy in place for
That's
almost
the one
years.
good thing he did in New York. He got y'all to get up off that hair policy.
He was there 3 weeks and they were changing the hair policy. Who is this dude, man?
And the funny thing is, they changed it after he shaved. That was the funny thing.
Right.
He shaved his beard off, and they was like, "Well, y'all don't have to worry about that no more."
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just bananas to me, man. Whatever, man.
It's
Peasy,
gonna be a long summer.
congrats, man. From one Knick fan to another, man. It's been a glorious show. It's been amazing waxing poetic with you tonight about the amazing 2020
Yes, sir.
New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson, man, just come on,
Go
man.
ahead, say it, Dave. The greatest Nick of all
Nah,
time. Say
man,
it.
he's like, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it.
No, he is. Never mind, man. I'm not gonna say nothing, man.
Greatest Nick of all time, bro. And I'm sorry on the podcast because like anytime you guys ask me any questions, Chris, who's gonna win the World Series this year? Jalen Brunson. Who gonna win the Super Bowl? Jalen Brunson. That's gonna be my default answer from now on.
Yo,
My man is just he's
who's winning
bananas.
the PGA Championship next year, bro?
Bro, Jalen Brunson,
Son,
he's going to win.
yo, who's gonna be who's who's landing on the moon, yo, in the next moon expedition, dog? Tell me.
Who's the next president of the United States?
United States, Jalen Brunson.
Oh my goodness, bro. Are you serious? We could go on and on with this.
That's right.
He's
He's
done.
yo,
Cured of
done.
cancer.
bro. Rest in peace to Chuck Norris, but Jalen Brunson is the new Chuck Norris meme, man. Like he's just the answer to every
Josh,
question.
push the button.
Who is gonna widen the straight
You
of
have
her
the power to
moves,
end
bro?
this, Josh. Push the button.
Who is gonna widen the straight of her moves, bro? Single handed
Jalen Brunson.
with
Start
no
my music, Josh.
He's just gonna look at it, bro.
Fade to black, Josh.
He's the only hope. Only one can help you. He needs your help.
Yo, who's gonna be on the first expedition to Mars and will come back?
Oh man.
Listen,
The Avengers are gonna need a Jalen Brunson tier.
I'm sorry, y'all.
we have to go.
This was fun, man.
Oh
We
god.
have very different perspectives on what fun is. This is excruciating.
Get that man on the phone. Jocking him like this, man. Get that.
Oh my goodness. But
Let's go.
all
Right. We out, man.
right. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, fellas.
Bye.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Peace out.
Jalen Brunson, sign off.